Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. It's time for a quick shout out to some of our friends. B&B Auto Sales, your muscle car connection in Brookings, South Dakota. Above the Notch Car Club, a car club for auto enthusiasts in northern New Hampshire. The New Hampshire Muscle Car Club, the largest muscle car club in all of New England. MGM Classic Cars in Addison, Illinois. Visit mgmclassiccars.com today. Beach Hill Automotive in Bethlehem, New Hampshire, specializing in the repair, service, and towing of muscle cars and classic cars. Absolute Auto Body and Collision Repair in St. Johnsbury, Vermont. And lastly, I am your independent AMSOIL dealer. Click the link in the description for your free AMSOIL catalog. And last but not least, if you decide to advertise with the Muscle Car Podcast, this could be part of your advertising message. Well, good evening and welcome to the podcast. I'm really glad you're here. I have a robust lineup of muscle car entertainment on tap for you tonight. But before we get into all of that, I want to make sure that everything is working properly because I was just having some technical difficulties 10 minutes ago. Hopefully that's all behind us and we can have a nice, smooth podcast. But I'm going to ask you this favor. If you can see my face and hear my voice, I'm going to ask you to leave a comment. Please let me know where you're viewing this from and whether you are a regular viewer or a first-time viewer. Now, to our first-time viewers, if this is your first time hanging out with us tonight, I hope you have a good time with us tonight, and I hope you decide to join us here each and every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Now, this podcast simulcasts to 8 different places across Facebook and YouTube. So wherever you're viewing this, just circle back in 1 week's time, and we'll be here waiting for you. To our regular viewers who are here week after week, month after month, and season after season, you guys are the ones who make this possible, and we very much appreciate that. Now, we've got a couple of quick comments that have come in. Let's take a look at them, and we'll bring our friends on and get the party started. BCJ Vids is saying good evening. Good evening back to you. We appreciate that. And also our friend, specifically Virgil's friend, is saying good evening, gentlemen. Kyle Phillips is in the house. We very much appreciate that, Kyle. And cool. Let me switch gears here, get our friends on, and we will get this party started. And oh, I know why that's not going away. Let me fix that. Sorry.
There we go.
There we go. We are in business. Gentlemen, how are we doing tonight?
Very good.
Oh, just great.
Cool deal.
Doing good.
Good to see everybody.
I say ready to see this lineup for tonight.
Yes, this is a good group. I really appreciate everyone coming on for sure. Well, cool. Let's get the party started then. Our first video is a video that Virgil and I did a few weeks ago at the National Street Rod Car Show in Essex, Vermont. We had a chance to visit with Bill Jones, and he was showing his 1966 Chevy Nova, and there's a great and very touching story that goes with this car. So let me cue that up here. We'll take a look, and then we'll catch up on the other side to react to it.
Okay, Virgil, I think you need to do the Jeopardy.
All right, there we go.
Halfway pick Nova sedan, 4-door, and we had fun with it. A lot of fun to bring it out, show people. My name's Bill Jones. I live in Danby, Vermont.
Yeah, nice to meet you, Bill.
Yep.
What motor you got in there, Bill?
It's a 350. Got a little bit of a cam in it, stuff. It's got a 3-speed with a shift kit in it.
Nice.
And it's got lockout rear end in it.
You chirping second, huh?
In first.
Yeah, the chirping first, huh?
Yeah, you can chirp it in first.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's a fun little car. I don't really beat on it. You know, it's hard to keep them up like this, so you gotta be gentle with them.
I like what you did with the painted bumpers there.
Yeah,
With
the
no
two-tone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very cool scheme.
Yeah.
Very cool scheme. And
I
what is
like
that,
just a chrome steel rim like that too. It dresses it out.
It looks like you got some blue in there in that black.
Yeah,
The black and the blue pinstriping.
Yeah, it's a blue pinstriping, and the paint's got the blue in it too.
Yeah, I can see the blue.
Like a blue flake almost?
Yeah, a blue flake.
I can see that.
And it's a 66.
66.
Yeah, Nova 2.
Nova 2. Wow.
Man, yeah, like I said, I'm a good what is this about far away? A good 8 feet away.
Yeah.
And I can see that blue,
you
that
can
blue
see it
flake
sparkle.
in there.
Yeah,
you see that blue sparkle there. So yeah, very good, cool job on the paint job there, man.
Did you take a picture inside of it? No.
No, yeah, actually come close if you would. I'll get good audio. Is there anything to tell us about on the interior?
Well, it's the bucket seats came out of like a 69 Nova.
Okay.
And the console and stuff like that I put in it. Got a tack in it. Automatic.
Sweet.
Yeah. And I got a picture of him in the back too.
Oh, good. Yes,
He goes everywhere we go now.
Nice.
Put your camera right down there, you can see it.
Oh, yes, yeah.
You can turn it where you can see it if you want. Or
Yeah, if you don't mind.
yeah, go ahead.
Now, can I take it out and you can hold it?
Yeah, you can.
All right.
Yep. That's Danny Webster, my brother-in-law. We'll
Nice.
never forget him.
It's a great way to tribute him and remember him and honor him.
He will be with us Nova the rest of our life.
That's amazing. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. We
Not a
appreciate
problem.
that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so very nice to meet Bill there, and that's a wonderful tribute to his brother-in-law, Danny. We'll start top to bottom. Michael, any reactions to that or thoughts?
Yes. I have a neighbor that lives up the street. I don't get to talk to him too much, but he has a Chevy Nova, and I'm not sure if it's 65 or 66. And it's a one-tone color, light blue. And basically, it's exactly what you're looking at here, except that the engine's a lot different. The interior's a lot different. He kept everything on his directly original. And, I'm trying to get more information about the car and, chit chat, but guys, type of guy that don't want to really talk too much,
Sure,
But
sure.
I do appreciate the car that he has. And, and when I look at these cars, I notice that, you got the Chevy 2 logos, and I love getting the pictures of the detail with the Chevy 2 logo.
Sure. Now, question for you. The beginning of that video, did it start okay? Was that choppy? Because on this end, it looked choppy.
It was a little bit grainy with the picture with the guy, but then it cleared up.
Okay, good. And Virgil, reactions to this?
Oh yeah, I still like the car. I love that two-tone. The way as dark as it was in person, it was a little bit darker in person. It seemed like.
Yes.
And but that blue that blue really pops, especially with looking at it on the screen here now.
Yeah, that was a nice touch what he did with that.
And then the story,
Yeah, very touching story for sure. Great way to honor someone he really cared about.
Yes.
Yeah, very cool. And Rob, I know you're a GM guy. Thoughts on this?
Oh, not very often you see a four-door. Most people don't do four-doors up. Most of the four-doors got wrecked. What a great job he did in saving that one. But in the picture, it looked like a two-door in the picture on the front.
Oh, yeah. Well, he said his brother-in-law liked Novas also. Let me see if I can find that.
Yeah, that was a different one, Rob.
Different car, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a different one. That was like that's why I was getting it mixed up when we were talking about beforehand.
Yeah.
That's like a 78 or something like that in that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, now it's a two-door.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it chopped off the first few seconds where he was saying his brother-in-law liked Novas. That was one of the things they had in common, I think.
Yeah.
In fact, if you guys will indulge me, I'm going to play the first few seconds of that just so that we can, for us and also for the Websters, I believe they're watching tonight. So I want to make sure that every second of this video was shared and that for everyone to enjoy.
He passed away a couple months ago, or a little longer, 58 years old.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And he loved his Novas, and I bought a Nova, and he never got to see this one. This is a 66 Nova sedan, four-door. And we had fun with it. A lot of fun to bring it out, show people. My name's Bill Jones. I live in Danby, Vermont.
Yeah. And that's about, I think, where it kicked in
Yep.
when I started it the first time. That those first few seconds were very critical seconds there, all that information that he was sharing.
What a fun car.
Yeah, for sure.
Mike, what is that green pickup in the background?
That is a good question. Is that a Power
That
Wagon?
looks like a Dodge Power Wagon.
That's Power Wagon.
Yeah, good call. Good call. I might have got some walk-by shots on that too. I don't have them, loaded for us to view, but maybe on a future episode we can take a closer look at that. I know for sure we didn't get an interview on that truck. But.
I have loads of pictures of the Power Wagon, even in the fire departments. I have a few that is still being used as a fire engine.
Nice. Maybe we'll have a Power Wagon night sometime. If you want to send me some Power Wagon images, maybe I'll put a Power Wagon montage together for everyone to enjoy. And especially too, if you can get a few of the modern, I consider like the 70s Power Wagons to be the modern Power Wagons. Of course, they make a Power Wagon today too, but I love those 70s Power Wagons. If you can throw a few in there.
Yeah.
But any final thoughts on this before we move on to the next clip? Or?
Looks like a type of guy who's having a lot of fun with his car.
Yes,
it's not just sitting in his garage.
Yes, yeah, you can feel his passion for it and for his family.
Yep.
Yeah, very, very cool. Well, cool. Let me change screens here, and we're going to be on item number 2. We're going to talk about AMSOIL. In fact, I'm going to put Rob full screen here, and he's going to talk to us about AMSOIL.
Every week we talk about AMSOIL, about some of the new promotions and stuff like that they got available. And if anybody wants a catalog, you can click on to Mike's site, and he'll send you one of these catalogs, and it has the prices right in it. AMSOIL don't hide the price. Here's how much a case is, and that's how much you pay for as a preferred customer. $10 to become a preferred customer, you buy it directly from AMSOIL. But right now, if you buy $49 from AMSOIL, every couple of weeks they send you a gift, and this time it's a metal protector, heavy-duty metal protector. 101 uses. We like it for our snowmobiles, for our ignition wires. It stops them from shortening out because of silicone. We use it on the sliders. A lot of people use it on their rubbers on their doors to stop them from freezing up. I have a cabin up north in the middle of the woods, and in summertime it's 80. In the wintertime it's 40 below there. The wooden windows, they don't move too well. Spray this metal protector on it, it slides up and down on the wood perfect. 101 uses for that product. Yeah,
for sure.
There's another product on the market that compares to us. Everybody calls it WD something, and it's 60% bleach. Now, if you spray it on a bolt to loosen the bolt, and if it does loosen the bolt, 2 weeks later, that bolt is rustier than what it was when you started. So a lot of the guys that build vintage cars won't use that type of product because the bolt just keeps rusting away after using that product. This has a silicone in it, so it will loosen the bolt, make it come off easier. I have a welding shop that calls it a torch in a can. Instead of getting the torches out and do a muffler job, they grab the metal protector, spray the exhaust bolts, and they come undone on them. So it's a all universal type product is available for everybody to use. And if you want more information about how to get a catalog, Mike has a link you can hook on below. And if you're looking at a background on my picture here, I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah, let's take a look at that.
Yeah, well, there we go.
What are we looking at there?
Boyd Connaughton's crew. It
wow.
was 15 years ago this month we met him in Vegas when the last time we were down there. What a fun
That's
guy
amazing.
he was.
And you're in that picture?
No. They had a booth beside the AMSOIL booth, and they said, "How do we get AMSOIL for our car? We're going to the Bonneville Salps, the race." I said, "Here, just make a phone call. They'll help you out." He was a big AMSOIL fanatic.
Wonderful.
Fun guy too. Fun guy.
That's cool. You had a chance to spend some time with him.
Yeah. He built some pretty neat looking cars.
Very cool. Very cool. So I've got the graphic for that promotion we were talking about.
$49 worth. For $5, you get the can of metal protector.
Yeah, and just click the link in the description for a free catalog and also the preferred customer program that he's talking about. Click the link for that before you order, and there's just a couple of clicks to join that preferred customer program, and then start clicking around the site and adding to your cart. And as you do that, everything will come up with the deepest level of discount, and you get free shipping over $100. Plus, you're eligible for the free can of the metal protector once you hit the $49 mark. So you can't go wrong with that. But yeah, thank you so much, Rob, for that. We appreciate it.
Okay.
And we are on item number 3. We're going to take a look at a 1979 Ford Bronco, and this vehicle is for sale by our friends at B&B Auto Sales. Let me pull that up here, get this clip, and here it is. Let's take a look.
Hi, this is Dirk from B&B Auto Sales. Today we're going to show you our 79 Ford Bronco Ranger XLT. Really cool truck with just a lot of Arizona patina on it. You see the paint's faded there. It'd be an easy one to do if you wanted to take it to the next level because of no rust on it. But there you can see the sunburn of Arizona. We put a new motor in it. Redid the interior, so all that part of the Arizona part's bad. There you can see that's a new windshield molding in it. I believe it's got new moldings here. So I mean, new seat, new rear seat cover. We did some custom. You can't really find them rear panels, so we kind of made some custom ones in the back that look pretty good. But like I said, new carpet, factory roll bar. You can see the steering wheel. This has got an aftermarket stereo on it. It is an air truck. Ranger XLT, new door panels. But like I said, this I believe this is factory paint. I do not feel an edge here, so I mean you can't see any paint around the sticker there. So nice and clean on the inside of the doors. I'm sure these were added, but I think that roof rack may be factory. So like I said, it got some nice patina, but there ain't no rust. So it's still got a good shine to it on it, you know. Some dings here and there, the clear coat coming off. There's the only bad spot, a little bubbling. They all seem to do it down there. There's the holes for the, I do not have the tire rack, but there's the holes for it. So, but they're only original once, so you know, I mean, that's what's kind of cool about this truck is said I don't feel any paint lines, or it's nice and clean. It isn't there's a little bubble right there on the door, but really solid truck. Doors shut solid, you can tell they're original. So if you're into originality and you want a nice solid one, you know, before we know it, these things will be $50,000, $60,000, $70,000. So here in the 30s is a good buy in this truck because the drivetrain's done, interior's done. Just if you want to take it to the next level, we need a new paint job. So we're gonna start up our Ford Bronco here for you. Brand new motor, probably doesn't have, if we got 50 test miles on it, that'd be it. Blinker to the left, blinker to the right. You can see the gauge is coming up. About 1/8 of a tank of fuel. Got good oil pressure, of course, with a new motor. Here's the fan working. Keep the air on. I'm gonna go back here so you can see the rear window goes down. There it goes up. Power up the radio. I don't know if this radio works. It did at one time, but it might be unhooked just so we don't have a drain on the battery. Horn does not work. Dome light's not working. I'll show you the outside lights. It runs really nice. Like I said, brand new motor. Bunch of some other stuff we've done to it as far as mechanical. You can see the new wires. Got an Edelbrock carburetor. There's your factory stickers up there. There's your LED headlights. Nice solid, no rust here. Just a nice running truck. So probably need some radio work, horn and dome light, which are some minor deals, which we we got on the list. We just always try to get that stuff done, but not enough hours in a day. So any questions? 605-695-7391.
Oh, Mike,
Sorry.
there you go.
I shut my mic off during the thing, but yeah, thank you so much to our friends at B&B Auto Sales for that cool footage of the 79 Bronco. I think it's Virgil's turn for a reaction first. Go ahead, Virgil.
Oh yeah, pretty cool. I like, what do you say, a factory roll bar?
Yes.
That was pretty cool. I never knew Ford did that type of stuff.
Sure.
So that'd be pretty cool, you know.
Definitely.
And then a modern radio, you know. So now you have that where you can add you can have your maps and have your OnStar, whatever they call it now.
Totally.
Got your maps.
Definitely. Rob?
It looks like one of those satellite radios.
Yes, yeah.
But what a good vehicle for somebody that has a hunting camp or a couple acres and don't want to get stuck somewhere, because they go through a lot.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And Michael?
Yeah. Once again, I have a neighbor that has one of these. I'm always confused when they say Ford Bronco. I usually just say, all right, it's a Ford Bronco, but this is a Ranger XLT. Now, what's the difference between a Bronco and a Ranger XLT?
Good point. It must be a trim level or something.
And then I also like the idea on these trucks that you can take the cap off. That's probably why there's a roller bar on there.
Yeah.
Because you can remove the cap.
So what happens to the back window?
That probably comes down and goes into a area and take off the top, I would imagine.
Yeah, that must recess into the tailgate. Yeah, good call. And did you see the wood grain he's got in the back there?
Yeah.
That was unique.
Said he couldn't find the side panel. Side panels are hard to find now.
Yes.
But I thought that was a pretty cool idea.
Definitely.
And I've seen people do the wood grain on the floor to match it too.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I'm trying to get to the shot, the iconic shot of that front end right there. I think it was 78 that they switched to that big open grill. It used to be kind of a T grill. And I remember back in the day really liking that. We had neighbors that had a Bronco with that new grill. It was white with kind of a baby blue interior, baby blue trim, and just a really nice ride. And they had it optioned out, to the hilt and everything. But I've always liked that specific body style with that big honking grill there. Just a really cool look. There we go.
And I like the LED lights. It looks just like a regular headlight that it was originally in the truck, but it's a LED, so it's modern day, brighter light.
Yes, good call on that. Yes. Oh, and we've got comments coming in. Let's take a look. Our good friends Stacy and Art Fosler are in the house, and I'm glad they are because we're going to be playing some of their footage a little later in the podcast, and they're saying hello to us, and they're saying they're regular viewers. And then Kyle Phillips says, this is a Bronco Ranger, ? This is where the fairly recent Ford Ranger came from, he's wondering. Why aren't the recent Rangers also called Bronco Rangers? Oh, and he's talking about OJ, too, with that Bronco.
A little OJ Simpson, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the.
Yeah, that was a 95 or a 96 Bronco. Totally different.
Yes, totally. Yeah, but it's true. It'll always be associated with the Broncos, unfortunately.
Yes, I believe that's why they got rid of the Bronco and became the Expedition.
That could be. It's very likely. Yeah, because that definitely was not a positive association for sure.
No.
But cool. So, any last comments on this before we switch gears?
None.
All right. Well, cool. Let me pull this away from the screen. And we're going to take a look now at item number 4. And like I said, I'm really glad that our friends Stacy and Art Fosler are in the house tonight because last week they shared with me some footage that they got back in March when they were in South Carolina at the Run to the Sun car show at Myrtle Beach. So let me switch gears here, get that queued up, and we'll take a look and we'll react to it on the other side. So yeah, thank you so much to Stacy and Art Fosler, and I apologize to Stacy for misspelling her name there. I think it's spelled Stacie, and I apologize for that. But yeah, thank you so much for that footage. Rob, reactions to that?
I like the way his camera's set up. It made the front ends of the car all look so big. A lot of them I had a hard time recognizing what model that was because their front end was so big. Like that Camaro, until I seen the side, I didn't know that was a Camaro.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
part
a
of that
different
I
kind
have
of
to.
lens.
Yeah, it's funny you notice that. In fact, I have to explain to everyone what's going on there. What happens is I always say to people, please send me footage when you're taking your footage. Please take it with your camera horizontal for a wide shot. And unfortunately, we hadn't had that conversation, and the footage they sent me was vertical. And it is a challenge to work with that, but this is my workaround. I spread it out. But if I spread it the full width of the screen, it's going to stretch it so much that you can't really make sense of anything you're looking at. So what I do is I stretch it out
I thought it made the
3/4 of
front
the
ends look
width.
pretty good, some of them, because some of them were awful big.
Yeah, it gives it a
That's
cool
a lot
look.
of chrome underneath that Camaro.
But I stretch it out 3/4 of the width, and then I put that banner for the other quarter, and things are still recognizable, and it fills that empty space.
So that girl that walked by, her bum's really not that big?
Exactly.
Hey, but the
And
front
neither is the upper half.
Like that GTO, it looked like almost like a four-door at first, eh?
Yes, yeah.
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 Good looking cars there.
Yeah, for sure. The Mustang, and yeah, you can tell the proportions are a little off, but it's still enough that we can use it and enjoy it. And because it is, like I said, it's very difficult to work with vertical footage. And I know sometimes that's just the way it comes in. And I like to try to find a way to work with it, just because I don't want to not share the footage,
Yeah.
But yeah, the people's body parts don't quite look right. Yeah.
People look like midgets.
Yes. And Michael, comments, reactions?
But I was very surprised to see two Ford Mustangs, both of them being fastbacks, one being the red one and the black one right next to it. And I was like very surprised to see that because you don't see a lot of fastbacks anymore.
True, that is rare. I'm trying to get back to where that
And
was.
I like the Sanford and the Son truck look.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, yeah, there's the Mustangs right there, the black one and the red one. And which truck?
It was further back. I call it the Sanford Son look truck.
Oh, yes. Yep.
And I like that grill with the teeth look in the front. It kind of gives it a little meaner look for that style.
Yeah.
It was
and
in the 50s.
I swear I'm hoping somebody out there on the podcast will find a way to get pictures to show us of the Sanford and Son truck one day. I'm dying to see that truck myself.
That would be cool. That's probably in a museum somewhere.
I was told it was.
Yeah.
Nice.
What is that museum in LA? Well, there's a few museums.
The Peterson Museum, maybe?
Yes.
Sure. And Virgil, go ahead. Reactions?
Well, my beginning is that Ford Galaxy right there in the beginning.
Yeah.
Yep.
The Ford Galaxy RX-7, the Torino, and there was also a Cutlass mixed in there.
Yes.
So, yep, that Torino there. There goes the Sanford and Son truck he was talking about.
Oh, right there, that brown one. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're right. I did see a Cutlass there too. You're right. Right there.
Yeah. It's not
that's a Skylark right there.
Yeah. Let's see.
Cutlass is a little bit further. It's like a 70. It's a 70 something. 70. There we go.
Right there, that white one. Yeah, right there. Like a 76 maybe.
That looks like a 442. Looks like 442 on the side of it.
I think you're right. And the grill there, yeah.
And
and we've got comments coming in too. And now Kyle said, no, it became a Ford Escape, talking about the Bronco. And then Stacy and Art Fosler have some details here about that show. They said there were over 3,000 cars at that show.
Wow. Sounds like a select.
That sounds like an amazing show.
Mike, we got to click our heels so we can get out of Vermont.
Yeah, we got to head south for some better
bigger
shows. For sure. And then Stacy and Art are saying they'll do that from now on for the wider footage. Thanks for letting them know. Absolutely, yeah. We appreciate the footage. We're not complaining at all, but it is easier when the footage is wide, horizontal for a wider shot. But yeah, thank you so much for the excellent footage. And one other side note with this is there were 3 clips they sent me. This is 3 of the 4 clips. The 4th one for some reason wouldn't come over, so we're still working on that. But we'll share that with you on a future episode. We'll keep trying to make that happen. And Stacy and Art, we'd love to have you on as our guest some night on the podcast to share stories with us. And we've got some footage that you've sent us previously of I think it's the Chevelle and the pickup truck. And we'd love to have you on some night if you're willing to. You can hang out with us and we can ask questions and hang out and have a good time together. And please give that some thought. But any final thoughts on this footage before we move forward?
It looked like a big show with all the cars in the background.
Oh,
True.
yeah.
Yes. Good point. Yeah, you can see them in the background there. Yeah.
So many more stories.
Yeah. Well, cool deal. Let's see what's next here. We're on item number 5, and our good friend Elaine LaRiviere might be tuning in with us tonight. She said she was going to try to stay up for it. She's been going to the Bentley's cruise nights all through the summer, as she does every summer, and sharing images each time she goes. This is some images from September 19th, and I put them into a montage with some music under it. Let's take a look at that. So yeah, thank you to our good friend Elaine for those wonderful images. Really appreciate that. And as far as reactions, I'm trying to remember whose turn it is. Is it Virgil's turn? Michael's turn. All right.
Yep.
Go ahead, Michael.
Well, I was very happy to see two Studebakers in that slideshow presentation. There's so many vehicles, and I have so many vehicles that I want to make comments on, but I just forgot which ones because there's so many of them. And, I just can't get over the variety of the cars that were there. And I think that one was the Willys, if I'm not mistaken. The orange one you just passed. But
right there?
Yeah. I think that's
think
Willys.
right, yeah.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a Willys.
I think you're right. Yeah.
But I mean, there's so many varieties of colors and shapes, makes, models. I mean, there's so many cars I want to make comments on. I could be here all night make comments on quite a few of them.
True. There's so many. Absolutely. And there's a Volvo there too, I think.
Yep, that's a lock, I think. Studebaker lock.
Okay, yeah. And Virgil?
Yeah, there was that in the beginning. There was that it's a Ford, but it almost looks like there we go right there.
Yep, I like that. That was one of them.
Yeah.
Kyle and I were there's a truck that Kyle goes by during, I guess, on his way to work, but it's the Dodge A100, not the Ford like that.
Sure.
But I was telling Kyle, I was like, oh man, there's a Ford that looks just like that I remember, but I know that's an Econoline, but I forget what they call Econoline. I forget what it is though. But it looks like the license plate says 67. But yeah, that one right there is pretty cool. That's for you, Kyle.
Yes, for Kyle.
And then there was like a orange 4-wheel drive Chevy with an orange tractor right next to it, right by that Willys there.
Was it a C10?
Yes.
Right there.
Oh, there we go.
Because I was admiring. It's hard to stop right on it. I was admiring that C10 myself. Let's see if I can get back to it though. Right there. There we go.
Yeah, those two right there. I take both of those.
Yeah, I was admiring that myself. Yeah.
Now, I noticed that Volkswagen Beetle. That looked like it had a flat windshield, which I'm not sure if that's considered to be a Super Beetle.
That looks like the 70s.
Yeah, with the roof rack and everything.
Yep, 70s Super Beetle, just because of the lights on top of the fender there.
Okay, yeah.
I think as big as those were, and then the big bumpers look like 70s.
True, yes, with the safety bumpers and all that. Sure. And Rob?
Oh, I like that orange Willys too. That was a really smooth looking car.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it seems like it was pickup night. There was a lot of pickups there.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I like pickups.
Yes.
Pickup and T-bucket.
Roadsters look pretty good too.
Yeah, it looked like pickup and T-bucket night.
Yes, a lot of T-buckets there.
Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, and we've got comments coming in.
The one you had a couple of weeks ago, the one with the 2 engines in it in the background one time.
Yep.
Oh,
yeah. That was cool. For sure. Oh, and circling back to our first video, we've got Marsha Webster in the house. She said, very nice and thank you. So I think Danny Webster was her brother, if I'm understanding the whole story correctly. I think that was her brother. Yeah, so thank you so much for viewing tonight. We very much appreciate that. And hopefully you'll join us here every week. We're here every Wednesday night and love to have you guys in here as regular viewers. Appreciate your viewing. And it was also nice to meet Bill and learn that story and everything and look at that vehicle. But any final comments on this Bentley's before we move forward?
Good show. A lot of vehicles. Good selection.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind taking a road trip out there one time next summer.
And Michael Delage, they still had that baby blue Caprice, convertible white top Caprice there for us.
Yeah, that was nice. That looked like a 76, give or take, I'm thinking. See if I can find that real quick. And I'm going to put a question out there. I don't know if Elaine is viewing, if she is, or anyone else who frequents this Bentley's cruise night. I'm assuming that, well, actually, I know that their cruise nights are done for the season, but I'm assuming the restaurant is open year round. And I'm hoping there's someone that can either confirm or deny that, because we still want to give them some love and encourage people to go there, even though the cruise nights have stopped. to eat there, dine there through the winter months. I'm assuming they're open year round, but I don't know. So if there's someone that can confirm that, and I'm looking for that Impala, and it's escaping me, because that was a really nice example of a mid-'70s Impala.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. That right there, yeah. That is a sweet example. Yeah.
Convertible.
Good lowrider material.
Yes, for sure. And you're right, that might be a convertible.
It is.
Yeah, it looks like it might be a soft top. Yeah, for sure.
It is.
And I like that front end. That front end looks brand new.
Mm-hmm.
The face of that car looks like a brand new car. But yeah, so the next item on the agenda here, I did an interview earlier today with our friend John at Autobuy Magazine. The new edition of that magazine is out, and he's going to tell us about it. Let me cue that up. And yeah, let's take a look. Jeopardy. All right, so we are hanging out with our friend John at Autobuy Magazine. John, how you doing today?
Hey, doing great, sir. How are you, Mike?
Doing well. Great to see you as always. Well, cool. So the news on the street is that the November edition of the latest Autobuy Magazine is out, and it sounds like you've got something to say about it.
Yeah, the electronic version is up right now, and that's available only to subscribers.
Sure.
If you go to the website, you can always see last month's magazine free of charge. Just go to the website, autobuy.com, and you can see it right there. It's there, and it's all of it's there, full, from front to back, completely accessible. And if you pay for the subscription, I think it's $14 or $15 a year, then you can see the new one even before it hits the newsstand. A little insight there for you.
Nice. So for people who want to get the jump on it, so to speak, and see the cars available before the rest of the general public does, that's a great way to do it before it hits the newsstand or anything else.
Yep, and while we're on that subject, we do have two levels of subscriptions if you want to get the physical magazine sent to you. We have the first class subscription, which runs about $64 a year. They go out first, and it's third class subscription, so it gets to you quicker. And then about 10 days later, then most people will get the third class subscription. That's the $29.51.
Gotcha.
So there you go.
Good.
But if you do the digital, you beat all of them.
Yeah, first in line for everything.
There you go. Yep.
Wonderful. Well, cool. Yeah, let's take a look at what you have.
Okay, so for this month, I thought, what'd be kind of cool to, see, a lot of people can't afford to spend, $40, $50, $70, $100, $125,000, on something collectible or classic, something cool to go drive around in. So I thought, well, what can we find to show the people that's never owned anything like this, maybe if they only want to spend $20,000. So I did some looking, I came up with some, and there's a lot more in the magazine available than what I'm showing you here. But I just picked a few that kind of caught my eye in that price range. So here's the first one. Check this out. It's a, see the, can you see it there? Yeah. Okay.
MGA coupe, yeah.
Yep. It's a 1960 MGA coupe, 4-cylinder, drives, ready to go. You can jump in this car and drive halfway across the country if you want to. Get back in there. And it's in Hickory, North Carolina, only $18,900. And I just thought, what a cool looking car, something different nobody's seen before. It's a 2-seater. A lot of fun there for under $20,000.
That's amazing, yeah. Within reach of a lot of people.
Yep. So then the next one I found, Dave Brown Classic Rides. This time, last couple times we did this, I took mostly private party cars. This time I wanted to include a few from our dealers that are in the magazine. So Dave Brown Classic Rides. Dave is located in Gutenberg, Iowa, eastern Iowa, just on the Mississippi. It looks like you can see it there. It's 1987 Chevy Camaro Z28, only 70,000 miles. They say this car needs absolutely nothing. And they're selling this and they're asking $21,500 for that. Now, when you and I were back, in our early 20s, that was the car to have right there, buddy.
Oh, yeah. With those big muscular fenders and everything. That was the one for sure.
Yeah. Z28, you had a high output 350, that thing would go. So, and then you had another one down here too. I thought was kind of cool. It's a Buick Riviera. Where'd it go? There, you can see it right there, the green one.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yep.
1970. Yeah.
Yeah, 70 Buick Riv, only 31,000 miles. Now, a little bit higher than my price point, $27,500, but still a lot more affordable than a lot of the things that we have in the magazine.
Yeah, that's accessible to a lot of people.
So then I thought, well, okay, what is more of a kind of a real old classic? Where can you get into something like this? And I found this one. It's Silver Creek Classics, a 1950. Look at that.
Custom.
1950 Ford Custom 2-door post. It's got the original flathead motor here. You can see the motor. May not see it really well, but it's right there. Okay. Excellent body, new interior for $17,950. Now I'll tell you this. Take a look at the paint job on that car if you can see it. I'll flatten it out a little bit. And all the chrome, the wide white wall tires. You couldn't build this car for what they're asking to sell it for right now.
It's true. It looks like everything's intact. It has a good stance. Yeah, looks like everything's there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So, and then I wanted something a little bit different. I found this here on page 12, and this is the. See if I can get it back there again. There you go. Whoops, get in there. Okay.
Jaguar XK8, I think.
Yeah, very good. Yes, XK8 Roadster 4.0 V8 with the 5-speed automatic, leather interior. Let me get back up in there. Fun car to drive. Only 14.5.
14.5. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't say the miles on this car, but it looks to be in really good shape. So, if you want to have some fun, for not a lot of money, there you go.
Yeah.
And then I got thinking too. I'm a Corvette guy. I got a C5 myself. My wife drives it all the time. No, I don't even see it anymore. But,
nice.
And when you're trying to stay under 20,000 or even closer to 15 or maybe down to 12, I got thinking, nothing more affordable than some older Corvettes. The older C3s, the C4 Corvettes, and the C5s. So I just went through and instead of picking one, I picked several here. And where's the first one here? Here on the bottom, 78 Corvette, silver one right there on the bottom. Right.
Yeah, C3. Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Whoops.
It is hard to line that up in front of a camera, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when you can't kind of trying to peek around the edge here. There we go. Okay, right there it is. Yeah, good looking car. 19.7 for that car right there.
Yeah,
good looking piece. And so then I wanted to find a few more, and here's a 95 in Lenexa, Kansas for 19.9. You can see the red one right there.
Yes.
And then right underneath it, this car is really cool. In fact, let me put that piece of paper behind there so the light don't bleed through again.
Yeah. That's better, yeah.
Yeah, right there. That is a 1989 Copa, or actually what they were known as a challenge car. Chevy was making Corvettes back then that they were actually made to race a specific racing series. They only made them in 88 and 89. There's only a couple hundred made each year. So this car is an incredibly rare car, and you can buy it $16,900. There's only a couple hundred of them ever made. They put roll cages in them from the factory and window nets, and they put special magnesium wheels on them, which were lighter, and the motors were sealed so that nobody could tamper with them. And what they did is behind like Indy car races and IMSA sport car races, they'd have these other races as support races when they had these other events going on. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, that's wonderful.
And then just one more that I found.
Yes.
This is over in Fairmont, Indiana. My buddy Jason over there with J&S Motors. Let me get that back there. That silver one right there.
Yeah, there we go.
C5, yeah, 80. It's an 2001 convertible. Only 7,000 miles on that car. That car's practically new. 6-speed manual. That car would be a lot of fun for only $26,900, a little bit higher than $20,000, but still, you can find a car with that low miles, for that price point. So
yeah, that's a sweet
you got $20,000 you just inherited. There's some great options.
That's the option.
There you go.
People who are viewing this, we are working on a higher tech, higher quality version to do these images. We're just kind of getting started with this conversation. But on future installments of this, we'll have a much higher quality.
We couldn't get much lower unless I drew them over here on the wall.
It's true. Yeah, with a Sharpie with your fist like this,
Oh, yeah, there you go.
The Sharpie right here. Like
that worked, sure.
Yes. Anything I draw, that's what it looks like. But that's a whole other problem. But yeah, we thank you so much for coming on, and look forward to catching up with you on another episode.
Yeah, beginning of next month, I'll be back again. Look forward to it, Michael.
Looking forward to it myself. Have a good day.
All right, sir. You bet. There you go.
So thank you to our friends at Autobuy Magazine. It's always great to visit with John. I think is it Virgil's turn for a reaction?
I think it is.
Cool. Any of those jump out at you, Virgil?
Well, I just hopped on their website actually.
Oh, good.
Found a 72 Cutlass Vista wagon.
Yeah.
Oh,
that looked very, very cool.
Nice, with the wood grain and.
Nope, all blue.
Blue, nice.
Blue with some black, maybe like a navy blue racing stripe or a black racing stripes on the hood, like a normal Cutlass. Those two stripes there.
Yeah.
Hey, Virgil,
yes.
I would love to see the pictures of that car.
Well, hey, I just went on and did the app on my iPad here real quick.
Yep.
And it was one of those where it didn't charge me for it, but it just let me see some cars there.
Nice. And yeah, we encourage people to get on there, autobuy.com. You can use the app on your cell phone, or you can get on their website. And yeah, just thousands of cars to look at, as Virgil can attest. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I just hopped on right now as we were going through as we were going through his interview there, and just popped. I just typed in Cutlasses from 1968 to 72, and sure enough, nice blue wagon pulled up.
So you can narrow it right down. That if you have a model in a certain year range, you can narrow down a very specific car and see what's out there.
Yes.
Very cool. Very cool. And Rob, reactions?
Digital way to go. If you want to buy a car, you want to be the first one to buy it, you got to go digital. If you're going to wait till the magazine shows up, it's going to be sold.
It's true. Yeah. You're right. That gives you a huge head start over everyone else.
Yes. That's a good way to find a car. Like, they're all over the country listed, and you can find it in that book.
Yes. Yeah. And Michael?
Yeah, I mean, my girlfriend is looking for a vehicle, but the only thing is she doesn't want to get one from across the country and stuff because she's afraid, oh, well, I got to pay tax on this, I got to do this and that. So she wants to stay local. And that's the problem. I'm not finding a lot of magazines at the stores anymore. They sold cars, from different dealers anymore. That's starting to disappear, it looks like.
Yes, definitely. Oh, and we've got comments coming in. Let's say, oh, yeah, my good friend Mary Seguin is in the house. She's saying, great show, guys. Cool deal. And thank you, Mary, for coming on. We very much appreciate that. Very cool. Very cool. Well, cool. So the last item we have, let me get to where I need to be here, is a 1971 Monte Carlo. And I know our friend David from Alaska Railroad is going to like this because he's a big Monte Carlo guy. This car is for sale by our friends at MGM Classic Cars. And yeah, here it is right here.
Coming to you from MGMClassicCars.com on this beautiful day in Addison, Illinois. And I got this 1971 Chevrolet Monte Carlo for sale here at MGM. It sports a 454 big block motor, turbo 400 trans, 12-bolt rear end, bucket seats, console and gauges. Beautiful cranberry red paint, newer paint job on this car. Factory color 72 on this car as well. As you can see, the rally wheels have been chromed. All the glass trim, weather stripping is in great condition. Check out my photos at MGMClassicCars.com for underneath the hood. Let's move forward, guys. I want to show you the interior on the bucket seat console gauges. A few upgrades here. As you can see, brand new steering column in chrome. Tilt wheel, excellent door panels. Inner and outer jams look good on the car as well. Upgraded Pioneer Bluetooth radio with a CD player. This car has air conditioning as well. Mount that camera. Let's go for a little ride. My turn signals are working, no problem. Horn functions as well. As you can see, the wipers work as well. Monte Carlo drives straight down the road, guys. Doesn't pull left, doesn't pull right. When I get on the brake, nice and straight, stops great, doesn't pull. My hands were off the steering wheel when I did that. So it does stop very, very well. Power steering feels really nice on the car as well. Transmission shifts just like it should. Really nice. MGM is located here at 150 South Church Street in Addison, Illinois, 60101. If you need delivery, text me or call me with your zip code. Get a pen ready. I will leave my phone number at the end of this video. conditioning functions as well. Yes, sir. MGM is where we have over 180 plus classic vintage cars handpicked by us. Check us out, mgmclassiccars.com. If you need delivery, send me your zip code. Got that pen ready? My number is 847-848-1850. Thanks for watching, guys. Check us out online.
So yes, thank you so much to our friends at MGM Classic Cars for that cool footage. And I think it's Rob's turn for a reaction.
You can't get us inside that garage where we can see the 100 cars?
Yeah, I've got to make something happen with him and bring him on sometime for an inventory tour. We could do a whole episode on that.
Yes, it'd be nice to find a story about him, find out where he finds his car and how he finds them, because he always has great cars.
You're not kidding, yeah. Of course,
There's
that might be
nothing
a closely guarded
to,
secret. It might be a closely guarded secret. If he tells us where he finds them, he might have to kill us.
I'll let you guys go.
Yeah. but you're right, though. He's got some amazing examples, and consistently so. Absolutely. And Michael?
Yeah, I mean, when it comes to garages, a lot of places don't like to give out the information about where they got the car. A lot of times it's places like auctions that they actually get them from, from rental companies, so on. And they get them from, like, sometimes these dealerships can get them from dirt cheap and then charge a lot of money afterwards, for the markup. But the thing is, they want to keep that secret, because if that secret gets out, that's it. They might have a hard time selling the car.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. And Virgil?
For me, I love that 71 body styling, the way the top and the body, the way it has that little line of color. It goes that little line of red, and then it goes to the black vinyl there. I always love that 70 GM style there. They do that with the Cutlass also. And the Cutlass and the Monte Carlo both have that little line right there on the top.
Yeah, I see what you're saying now. You follow that A pillar and then right up over the roof, down to the C pillar, B pillar or C pillar, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that and once again, just like we were talking about the auto buy, just like them, I just pulled this up on the MGM website, and very easy to pull up. Went and typed in Chevy Monte Carlo, boop, boop, boop. Everything is right here at my fingertips. It has price. It has everything. So yeah, great website, great car, and I like the offsetting wheels there, or the staggered wheels there.
Yes. Yeah, that's a nice touch with those chromed rally wheels. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, that's a sweet example. Well, cool. So yeah.
Also, that shifter.
Oh yes, yeah. Let me see if I can get a quick look at that. And that steering column and steering wheel, all fresh and new, and
it says I'm ready to race.
Panels. Oh yeah, that I see what you're saying with that shifter. Yeah.
Yeah. It says I'm ready to race.
Yes. Very cool. Well, cool. So we've come to that time of the evening. It's time to wind it down. A couple of quick thoughts. I'm going to be traveling here the next couple of weeks, so we'll be doing replays the next couple of Wednesday nights. So the next time I think is going to be November 1st is when I'll be back for a live episode of the podcast. But like I said, not to worry. This time spot will always have something, so there'll be replays. So if you like to come by and see what we're doing, there'll be something there for you. Also, Rob and I do a vintage snowmobile podcast. The new season just started for that last week, every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. If you're curious about that, just search on Facebook or YouTube for Vintage Snowmobile Podcast. You see a whole lot of previous episodes, and wherever you find that, Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be doing a live episode this Thursday, and of course the next 2 Thursdays will be off because I'll be traveling. But yeah, that's it. And we'll go around the screen here. Michael, any final thoughts before we wrap it up?
Yeah, I was just thinking, it's too bad you're not gonna be around for the last week of October. Because I was thinking, grabbing all my pictures I have of Bangor, Maine, when I went up to Coal Transportation Museum. I have a whole mess of pictures inside the museum, and I was thinking about getting all the hearses.
Oh wow!
And everything, and doing something, and then any other hearses that I got from car shows or anything else, and try to do a little thing like Halloween, but you won't be back on until November 1st or so.
Yeah, good point. That would be cool though, and you know we can do that any other time of year as well. But you're right, with Halloween on the horizon, that would be perfect timing. But we should still do that. That's a great idea.
And there's one other quick thing. I found out that Bombardier is no longer in business, so I wonder who's the company that's taken over the equipment that they used to make.
Really, that's news to me. Have you heard anything about that, Rob? Or?
Well, they sold their snowmobile division off a number of years ago.
But I know they made
the guys that own the snowmobile division also owns Evinrude and Johnson too, eh?
Yeah, OMC, yes,
yeah.
I know that
but it's Yamaha, the one that's closing up this year.
Yes, for snowmobiles, yes, yeah.
And then like the locomotives, Bombardier used to make the Acela and everything, and now it's Alstrom. I think it's the company that's taken over. So a lot of things have changed. You know, companies are being absorbed by one by another, and so on.
A lot of consolidation for sure.
Bombardier just wants to make airplanes.
Yeah, probably.
It looks that way.
Yeah. And Virgil, final closing thoughts?
Final thoughts. Hey, Rob, your Boyd Coddington picture back there. Yep. He's one of my favorite all-time builders. And over at the car show, Rob and I seen a car that may have been built by Boyd Coddington.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And we seen 2 sets of Boyd Coddington wheels back to back. So it was funny that it was kind of ironic that comes up, that you had a picture about him up there.
Well, next time we come on,
whoa, that's kind of cool.
When his wife went to the salt flats.
Wow.
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll do that. In fact, and we'll play that clip that Virgil was talking about as well. I'll have that ready on the next Muscle Car podcast, and then Rob will have that story ready about the salt flats. And
well, yeah, there was the lady that we had on last week with the Camaro.
Yes, she had the Coddington wheels.
Coddington wheels, but that was the second set of Boyd Coddington wheels we had seen, like one car right after the other.
Yeah, there was that Ford, I think, that we were looking at. That Ford Coupe. Is that the one you were thinking?
I think it is. I think it is a Ford Coupe. I can't remember.
Yeah,
can't remember the car, but I remember the car, but I don't have it in my head. You know.
Yeah, but I've got all the footage. I'll look into it and have it ready for the next one for sure.
All right.
Hopefully we'll have hopefully we can do a little Monte Carlo thing I sent you, Mike, at some point too.
Yes, definitely.
I know that that guy that you mentioned up in Alaska, I think you said. I know you said that he likes Monte Carlo, so this would be just perfect for him if he's on the podcast watching.
Definitely, yeah. Because I know he works some evenings, so he may be working tonight. Otherwise, he would have weighed in with comments. But he always views it after the fact when he's not able to view it live. But Rob, final thoughts?
Good show, great variety of cars. And
have
a good holiday, Mike.
What's that?
Have a good holiday.
Yes, thank you so much. Yeah, looking forward to catching up with you guys. And I'm hoping while I'm away to take in a couple of car shows, maybe get some footage. So when I come back, maybe I'll have something to share.
Yes. Oh, yeah, and one more thing. Hey, Rob, happy late Thanksgiving.
Thanks.
Yes, that's right. They had Thanksgiving over the weekend, Canadian Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's early compared to down here.
Yes, yeah. Good call.
Never realized that. I'm wondering if that's because you get snow earlier up there, and Thanksgiving earlier.
Our crops are done earlier. Got to get the crops off.
That might be the reason.
Well, you did say you had snow already, so.
Yeah, it was gone by noon, but we did have it.
Crazy. It begins.
Yeah.
Well, somebody told me that Mount Washington had snow the other damn day too. So.
Oh, that's possible. Yeah, that's entirely possible.
Yeah.
Well, we are the Northeast.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Mount Washington's the highest point in the Northeast, I think. Yeah.
And one last note, just to let everybody know, if you live in the Northeast, get yourself prepared for, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. We got a big nor'easter coming up.
Get some weather coming north. Yeah, good point.
So I don't know if that means that northern areas it might get a little snow, like Mount Washington again, or it'll be just cold rain, or what. But we're gonna have winds. They're saying too. So
our insurance company gives us a discount if we have our snow tires on by October 20th.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Wow, I wish they did that around here.
Yeah, especially in Massachusetts. God.
In Quebec, it's mandatory to have snow tires.
Good.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know when I lived in the Boston area,
you're still liable to run studs too.
Wow. So I know when I lived in the Boston area, very few people had snow tires, and as a Vermonter coming down there, that just really struck me as odd. But living in Vermont, I wouldn't be without them. I've got to put mine on here right off.
Yeah. I mean, I laugh at the fire departments and rescue. They got snow chains that's attached to the body of the truck and just wraps around. But then you can't run the chains and you can't run studs on the tires. Be better traction. But Mercy Crews can. Then they wonder why the road's tearing apart.
Yeah. Well, cool. So we are at that time. It's time to wind it down. But thank you so much to Michael, Virgil, and Rob for coming on. Also to our viewers. Really good time tonight, and look forward to catching up with you guys in 2 weeks to 3 weeks time on the 1st of November. Yeah, hold that up close so we can take a look at that. I'm going to put you full screen, Rob, so we can really get a look.
Sweet.
Yeah, that is cool.
There we are. Yeah.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike, you have a good holiday.
Yes,
well, you too. And
all right, guys. As always, the last word goes to Amsoil.
Yeah.
Have a good one, everybody.
Have a good night, and see you.
I'm sorry. There we go. Hello, everyone. This is Rob and Mike. How you doing today, Rob?
I'm doing good. Mike, yourself?
Very well. Thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate it. Now, today, we're going to be talking about Amsoil. And in a few moments, we're going to show you how you can get the deepest discounts, free shipping, and free gifts when you order your Amsoil products through us. But first, I'm going to ask Rob to give you a quick description of what Amsoil is and why you should consider using Amsoil products in your motorized vehicles.
Thanks, Mike. Amsoil is 100% synthetic oil. Everybody uses Amsoil for a different reason. Some people like the benefits that Amsoil is warranted for 25,000 miles or 1 year. The reason we can do that is because Amsoil doesn't oxidize. It doesn't form the usual carbons, gums, sludges like petroleum oils do. That's why we can keep it in the engines longer. Petroleum oils never do wear out. They oxidize themselves. That's why they have to be changed at 3,000 kilometers. And Amsoil likes the benefit that you only have to change the oil once a year. That saves some money. Some of the people like the benefit of Amsoil is it's a slipperier type lube. By having a slipperier type lube, it cuts down friction drag. By less friction and drag, engines run 20 to 50 degrees cooler, better gas mileage. Now, Amsoil says 25% more protection than the industry requires is in the Amsoil bottles. My average customer gets about 10% increase in gas mileage. That's a big savings.
Yeah.
And by cutting down friction and drag, for every 10 degrees you cut down the friction and drag, doubles the life of the engine. So by having the engine run cooler, it makes it last longer. Some people like the benefit of the range of the Amsoil. Amsoil's flash point is 425 degrees, and it pours at 50 below zero. Wow. If you ever tried petroleum oil when it's 10 below, it turns to honey. And in the summertime, petroleum oil thins out, and once it thins out, that's when it starts breaking down. So Amsoil is an all-season oil, can give you better gas mileage, longer engine life, less maintenance. It ends up being cheaper over a year's time running Amsoil than it is petroleum oils.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And Amsoil is available for pretty much any motorized vehicle, anything from lawn equipment, cars, trucks, boats, ATVs, motorcycles, snowmobiles.
Yep. And a lot of people phone me up and say, well, what's the benefit of our gear lube? Exactly what I told you about the engine oil. It pours in cold weather, it runs cooler, makes the equipment last longer. And they say, well, what's the benefit of the small engine? Same thing. Makes the engine run cooler, last longer, better performance. So it saves on all the applications that Amsoil has available.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's talk now. Hopefully this has convinced people to think about maybe joining us in the Amsoil experience. Let's talk about some of the discounts and free shipping and how that all happens. I'm going to pop a graphic on the screen. And by all means, if you want to talk people through how this preferred customer program works.
Amsoil has a number of different programs. One of our main ones is a catalog customer, where somebody can order directly out of our catalog. If they order out of the catalog, they order $100 worth, Amsoil will ship it right to their house. But our best program is our preferred customer. For only $10 for 6 months, you become a preferred customer, you save 25% on all the product. You order $100 worth, they're going to give you free shipping. You don't have to order a whole case. You can mix and match. Say you want 4 bottles of small engine, 7 bottles of 5W30, and a couple of gear loops. You can mix and match. You can order 1 bottle at a time if you want. There's no minimums, no maximums. By being a preferred customer, you save over 25% on all the products you're going to buy. AMSOIL sends you extra gifts, a $5 gift certificate on your birthday, $5 when you renew your account, and stuff like that. So it's a good way to save on some of the products you want to buy.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, it's an incredible value, and this is the deepest level of discount that anyone can get when ordering AMSOIL. Is that correct?
It is. It is.
Wonderful, wonderful. So let's take people through the step-by-step experience of placing an AMSOIL order. Then that would include signing up for the preferred customer discount, or sorry, preferred customer program, so they can receive those deepest levels of discount. So let's go to the website. This is what the website's going to look like. These are some screenshots. Once you go to amsoil.com, there's a link in the description, or you can just type that into a browser, amsoil.com. This is the page you land on. At the upper corner of the page there, you see how I've circled in red. That is the link to click customer program page, where you can take advantage of all of these discounts and free shipping and everything that we've just been talking about. This is what that page looks like. In the lower right, you're going to click join now. This will pop up. You select the duration you'd like, whether it's 6 months or 12 months, and click add to cart. Now, once this pop-up goes away, you'll be back on the main page. And the upper left, you'll see where I've got that red arrow. It says shop. Now you can start shopping for products, and on your very first order, you're going to get these discounts and the free shipping as long as it's over $100. You'll get all of these benefits right away. So once you click shop, it's going to take you to the product page. There's different types of oils, lubricants, so on and so forth. For the benefit of this exercise we're doing now, I'm just going to click motor oil. It shows different types of motor oil. Let's click gasoline. Now this takes us to an item. It's their synthetic motor oil. And you can see the item there, and there's choices for different viscosities. But take a look at the price. Let's take a closer look. Let's zoom in. But if you've joined the preferred customer program first, you're going to automatically get the deepest levels of discount. That's what we're looking at here. You're saving $3.80 on that quart of oil. Instead of paying $16.29, you're now paying $12.49 for that quart of oil. That is the deepest level of discount you can possibly get. And then you just add the quantity that you'd like. You select any other items that you're thinking about, add them to the cart. And once you click add to cart for the final time, you're going to see this come up at the top of the screen. It's going to show your items and your the total that you're at so far. Pardon me. And then you just click view cart in the upper right, and that'll take you to your cart. Take a close look here at the upper right. That blue box shows that you're getting free shipping. You're eligible for free shipping on this order because it's over $100. That little yellow box shows that you've got the preferred customer membership on your order that gives you the deepest levels of discounts for the next 6 to 12 months. And then below that, you've got the items that have been selected. For the exercise here, I selected 9 quarts of the signature series, but that brings us up over $100 for the free shipping. We're saving $34.20. And if you're ready to finish, you click checkout now, and that takes you to this screen here. If you haven't signed up with an AMSOIL account at this point, just click in the lower right to create an account, create a new account. It's going to ask you for some basic information, name and those types of things. Now let's take a closer look. You'll see this gray shaded box. This is a very important box. This is going to ask you if someone has referred you to AMSOIL. And if so, please enter my name. My name is Mike LaPierre. It's spelled right there on the screen for the correct spelling. And also the referral number, 304-555-94. That's how you make sure that Rob and I get credit for this. Now, in the interest of full disclosure, I have signed up for AMSOIL under Rob. So when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. So if you enjoy these podcasts that we're doing, this is a wonderful way to support the podcast, because when you order using this referral number, Rob and I both benefit. And the commissions I make go directly toward offsetting the cost of doing these podcasts. So I thank you in advance for that, for using my referral number. I very much appreciate it. And once you've done that, you just go into the next screen to enter your payment information, and you're done. Now, once you've placed your order that's over $100, and that order includes your AMSOIL preferred customer program, you are now eligible to get a free DVD from myself. Now, this is going to be either a muscle car DVD or a vintage snowmobile DVD. Use the email address on the screen, wkspodcasts@gmail.com. Send me an email. Let me know which DVD you would like me to send you, the muscle car or the vintage snowmobile DVD, and I'll get that right out to you. As you're typing in that email, in the subject line, be sure and type in capital letters, free DVD requests, so it stands out as I'm checking my email, and we'll get that right out to you. So I guess the last thing, Rob, that we wanted to talk about is if someone is considering AMSOIL as a business opportunity.
Yes. If anybody has a retail or a commercial account and they would like to buy directly from AMSOIL, just send Mike a line. He'll show you how to set up, and you can buy directly from AMSOIL. But if you are interested in starting your own part-time business, a part-time business that can grow into a full-time income, Mike and I will show you the AMSOIL marketing plan. Amsoil has a large selection of products that cover almost every application. So it doesn't matter if you're into snowmobile, boating, or ATVing or hot rods, we have an oil for every application. It's a fun type business. That's I really enjoy doing. Where else can I go and have fun and make money doing it? And Mike and I are here to help you all the way along. If you need any help on how to promote or to find new accounts, we're here to help you.
For sure, for sure. So when you sign up under that that number, this 304-555-94, you're getting Rob and I as a team. Now, Rob has been doing AMSOIL for 40 years. Can you believe that? 40 years. So he knows every aspect of this business, and he knows all of the ins and outs of the products. So he'll be able to help you with any kind of product questions or any kind of questions to show you the different business models that you can do with AMSOIL. And then the other thing that you get when you sign up under me is I've got a strong background in social media. So if you need some coaching on how to generate AMSOIL leads using Facebook and YouTube, I'm happy to coach you with that when you sign up under Rob and I. You get both of us as a team to help you, to coach you, to support you, whatever you need to get you off and running with this business and having fun with it. Like Rob said, it's an enormous amount of fun. If you're like Rob and I and you enjoy going to any kind of boat shows, car shows, motorcycle shows, snowmobile shows, anything with a motor, you like going to those shows, those events, those races, this is a great way to turn that into a income opportunity for you.
Yes, yes. And just by wearing my AMSOIL hat at one of these events, people come up and ask me about AMSOIL. People don't know where to buy it, and I'm there to help them, show them where they can buy the product.
Perfect. Well, cool. Well, this is great. Any final thoughts, Rob, before we wrap it up?
AMSOIL's a fun business. AMSOIL's been around since 1968. It was the first synthetic oil to be AI approved.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's very early in the game too, isn't it?
Yes.
For sure. Well, good. Well, thank you so much, everyone, for viewing. Hopefully, we've gotten you excited as we are about the AMSOIL products. We'd love it if you could join us either as someone who uses the AMSOIL products or to join the AMSOIL team as a business opportunity. And we thank you so much for viewing. Have a great day.
You have a good day.